Happy New Now, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with you as always. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and heart to your listening experience and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality. While listening, you'll be exposed to inspiring, empowering, and unifying perspectives that I'm highly confident will yield stellar results in your life if you opt to try them on for size. Also, I'm super happy to announce that we have officially launched our new late-night style, consciousness-elevating video variety talk show, Optimistic, which features live visionary artists, soul share interviews, retreat guests that come here to the Mystic Manor to join me and the interviewee on the stage during the last night of their stay, their week-long stay, as well as the show concluding with live musical performances. We're going to be releasing episodes every other Sunday at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you can go to optimistic.tv, that's spelled OPTIMYSTIC.tv, to join our watch party for each future episode's release or to check out past episodes. We were originally going to be releasing Optimistic episodes every Sunday. However, as a community, following the flow of what is wanting to come through in these unique and unprecedented times with so many of our soul family stuck at home, craving connection, we have decided to move to releasing episodes every other Sunday so that those of us here on the production team at the Mystic Manor can free up some time and energy to help create virtual community for all of you P-heads out there. And we are accomplishing that aim by launching our new Mystic Manor online retreat and play shops re-membership program. It's going to entail live play shops twice daily, 7 days a week, behind the scenes footage here at the Mystic Manor each day, access to a Facebook group where we do short interactive 1-minute video challenges and reflect back to each other about our experiences, live Q&As with me and some of the other facilitators, and more. It's a super robust program. It's facilitated by over a dozen of us here at the Mystic Manor, and in an effort to support all you P-heads out there stuck at home craving connection, for a limited time, it is going to be totally free to sign up on our Patreon page, which is linked at optimistic.tv. Just be sure to fill out the form link that's located at the top of our About section on Patreon so we can make sure you have access. Otherwise, we're super excited to have you join in all the magic with us that's happening here every single day at the Mystic Manor and to expand our community together. Here we grow.
All right, all you positive heads, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining. I can't even do it. Hi, you guys. Hello. We're leaving it. Yep, we are leaving it. I know. And I was like, I'm not going to start over. Samantha was literally mouthing along that exact thing with me. And I was sitting there giving her a beautiful little hand gesture, and I couldn't handle it anymore. So, hi, everyone. Hi, Samantha.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. Well, actually, you guys, that's the purpose of today. We just want to take our minds off and do something else and just laugh and have fun. And that's that. So Samantha and I are just going to tell some fun stories. That's what we decided.
Yeah. And maybe even talk about one or two little things that have been helpful, but we're going to keep it light today. We're not going to go deep into the dark rabbit holes that we like to immerse ourselves in.
Right. And we can't help it but talk about helpful things when they come up. So, of course, that's going to come up. But so what I want to start with, you guys, is, I don't know how long ago it was that I did an interview with Dr. Q from the Indian Palm Leaf Reading Institute. And this interview that we did talked all about what they do at the Institute. And I wound up getting my Indian palm leaf reading done on Thursday night. So just to recap, anyone who didn't see that interview, what this is about, I don't know if it's 3,000 years ago, the great sages in India, they wrote down on palm leaves basically the life story of every human that was ever going to come into existence on Earth. And they wrote all of these down on these palm leaves and then stacked them in bundles, wrapped them, and stored them away underground somewhere. So you have a palm leaf somewhere in that cave. And the way that they find it is by taking a thumbprint. They look at your thumbprint, and all they know about you is that, so for me as an example, I'm a female from the United States, and they have my thumbprint. And so they examine the thumbprint and they go find your bundle. So once they find your bundle, then they contact you, and then you have a reading to find your leaf. So when they find your bundle, every leaf in that bundle, every leaf is your soul family. That's your soul group. So that's a really neat thing. And they found 2 bundles for me. And it's this long process of them reading, and it's written in ancient Tamil, which Tamil is a language that's older than Sanskrit. And so it requires someone who can read it, and it's also written in a poetic way. So the person reading it has to know ancient Tamil and understand this poetry and the symbolism that it's written in. And then there's another person who's interpreting what that person is saying into English so I can understand it. So it's this whole, and it can take up to 6 months to find your bundle. So they found mine in 2 months. And so it's this question and answer period as they're reading each leaf. Does this apply to you? And all you say is yes or no. And some of the leaves are so close to your path, you know? And it's questions like, is your name this many letters? Were you born in this month or on this number day? Or is your mother's name, does it contain this letter? You know, totally random questions. Or, you know, about your children or your siblings. And so they went through an entire bundle and no leaf. And I was all a little like, oh no, I hope I have one. So finally, we get into the second bundle, and about halfway through, the energy changes, and I can feel it. It's like they hit my leaf, and I just knew it. It was, every question was yes, 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 yes. And then finally they say to me, your father's name is Leo. Like straight up, your father's name is Leo, not asking me about letters or anything. And I said, yes.
What?
And yes. Oh, yes. And then they read on a little bit. They say you have one brother. Your brother has 2 children. They're both daughters. Yes. I have 2 children, 1 son, 1 daughter. Yes. Like all of it is in there. Your mother's name is Patricia. Yes. Father living, mother not living. Yes. All of these things they can see. Yes. So they finally, after all of these yes questions, they get down to it and they say, you were born, you know, they knew my exact birthday. And then I hear the guy who's reading the leaf say, Erica. Well, he said it in Hindi, in that accent, but Erica. And he said, your name is Erica, madame. Your name is Erica. And I was crying at this point, just like, whoa. It was so emotional and just really, really amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like 3,000 years ago, my life as it is now is written on a palm leaf. And yours is too. How cool is that?
That is the most mind-blowing thing. It doesn't surprise me because I've witnessed very weird, interesting things. But wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it really, really is.
It's like 7 billion. There's enough for every human on the planet?
Uh-huh. Well, I think there are some people who they don't find your bundle. And I think that might be an energetic thing too. You know, maybe it's not the time, or maybe your path changed, or who knows.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating. You know, I'm the hugest skeptic, and I've always been skeptical. And so things like that, or things like seers or psychics or channelers, growing up, I was like, no, God doesn't exist. Psychic don't exist. Energy doesn't exist. It's all, but then through the journey, I mean, I've just been open up so much to that. And I've seen many psychics now, probably about 5, and done 3 Akashic records, a QHHT, and they're all saying the same things.
Mm-hmm.
And the more that I started to see past life visions, and the more that I started to feel into energy, it's like I sit with psychics and they can just pull up everything about me. And I'm like, okay, there's no way that that's random. There's no way that they're just guessing. It's absolutely impossible.
It's impossible. Right. They even knew my partner. They said full on his name. My partner's name is Brian. Oh yeah, all of it. And apparently he's my soulmate, which I already knew. But like in terms of the Hindu, the way they look at it, that he's my soulmate. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I learned that I don't have any karma, which is great. And I don't know how I feel about this one, but this is my last life on Earth.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I'm like, oh, I love it here. I do. I love this planet so much. And so that makes me slightly sad.
Maybe you'll come back as a big Joshua tree or cactus.
I think I've been there, done that. And that's why, I feel like I really have been here since the beginning, or that's what it feels like to me. And so I feel like I've just, and what's neat about this palm leaf reading is it doesn't just stop there. Once they find your leaf, they actually give you a life reading. And it's based a lot on Vedic astrology. So it goes through your life in 3-year increments, telling you basically the energies. I know when my children are going to get married, when they're going to have children, when my father's going to pass, when my brother might have difficulties at work. They tell you when are good times to start things or when is not a good time to start things. When you're going to be traveling. Apparently I'm going to India in my 60s.
Are you going to India in your 60s?
I'm going to India in my 60s, yes, because the only past life they saw of mine in the leaf was that I have a past life in India, which makes total sense to me. I have 2 Sanskrit tattoos because Sanskrit resonates with me for one reason or another. It must be my past life in India.
That's amazing. When I started to see some of my past lives, I got just a lot of war image, a lot of warrior image. I saw myself at war. I saw my husband being the leader of a war. I saw us having to move all the time, being really nomadic. I saw a lot of Viking type of imagery. And when I sat with Aya, I got to witness that in full. And they're interesting. So when I was a little girl, when I was born, my auntie gave me a stuffed elephant named Ellie. Well, I named it Ellie. And I still have this stuffed elephant, and it was literally my best friend. I would not go anywhere without this elephant. It was and elephants were everywhere. I had elephant clothes. I'm wearing elephant pants right now that Brandon got me for Christmas, actually. And so there's this really intense connection. I have elephants right behind there on my wall. They're everywhere. And when I did my past life visioning in my Aya ceremonies, one lifetime when I was a warrior, I was riding on an elephant, and it was my sacred elephant. And then the life before that, I was an elephant. And I got to see myself born as an elephant with my elephant husband and our elephant babies. And the memories that I had of just memories of thousands of years of existence as an elephant. It was so wild. This is so wild.
What a beautiful experience. What did it feel like to be an elephant? Did you feel what it felt like to be in your body?
Yeah. I was sad. It was, there was a lot of sadness, actually. The elephants just, it was there. I felt very sensitive. I could feel everything, the most micro of movements of I could just feel humanity's suffering, and I just held it, and I just felt that. So I felt powerful and strong, but really sad as well.
Elephants are extremely intelligent.
Yeah.
Extremely. Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love elephants too.
I would go to India as well. And, I've seen like safari type of things. So I'll go probably, Thailand somewhere and work with elephants, but I definitely have a draw to India as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have a draw to it. I never thought I would go there. I kind of felt like, I don't know. I didn't feel the need to go there, and I still don't, but I'll be in my 60s when that crosses my path. So I'm sure I'll feel a little different in 20 some years. Yeah.
It's amazing. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So I highly recommend anyone who is curious about it just to look into it. Indian Palm Leaf Reading Institute. It was just amazing. And, it did something interesting for me, which I wasn't expecting. So as a mom, and I know a lot of moms do this, like you worry about your kids. Are they going to be successful or healthy or happy? And, all of that. Are they on the right path? And like with my daughter being a 16-year-old girl right now and going out with her friends and getting into cars where everybody's a new driver, it's like you worry a little bit more. Although I know she's safe, overall, but that mom thing still comes in. And so to hear that they're going to be happy and healthy, it relieves that. And I don't have to, I can just remind myself if that worry comes in, like, no, they're all right. Everything is good. So that part was great. Really, yeah, that was very beneficial for me.
I love that. And this is challenging a belief I have that we have fate and destiny, but that it is always changing. And so with this leaf, that's so fascinating because it's really saying, well, no, like we've seen your destiny and here it is.
And I think you can change it, like always, right? But it's like, this is the most probable outlook if you continue along the path that you're on now. But if I decide to tomorrow completely change my direction, then I'll have a whole new leaf.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So nothing is written in stone. Although somehow 3,000 years ago, my life path now is written. It's so, it's hard to wrap your brain around, isn't it?
It really is. It was something that the word that I have there is like surrender and trust. I love remembering that I'm not in control of everything and that I don't have to control everything and that I don't have to decide everything and that the world is playing out as the world wants to play out and there is a higher consciousness and a higher intelligence and I don't need to grip so tightly. I can let go of the reins and allow myself to flow a little bit more.
Totally. Yeah, because your soul chose the path that you're on. Your soul knows what you're supposed to be doing and if you just flow into that, you already know. And what's interesting is our souls choose to come into certain timelines, right? And so we pick our birth time. The baby always decides when it's going to be born, right?
Yeah.
And so the stars align at that point. And we know that as souls that we're coming into these certain energies. And so I find all that very interesting as well.
It is. It's so fascinating. And it reminds me, like the only thing that we really need to do is stay in alignment with who we are, and notice when you're out of alignment, like notice when you're distracting yourself or addicted to other things or numbing yourself or over busying or, doing things that are totally out of alignment with what feels right for you. And it's that path of like coming back in, aligning, grounding, reconnecting with who you really are and anchoring in that feeling of love and of trust and of being divinely supported.
Absolutely. Yeah. Another thing I think is interesting about doing things like this is you can see where your blockages are, like your chosen blockages or your karmic blockages. And then you can work with that a little easier. Like, okay, I see this pattern I set up for myself. Oh, now I see this pattern throughout my whole life. Okay, how can I bring acceptance and love into this, right?
Yeah, wow. Yes, absolutely. I'm going through such an intense pattern that I see so clearly. It's probably the third distinct time I'm going through this pattern. And it's bringing up all sorts of things, all sorts of emotions and old traumas and attachments and fears. And I'm just like, I'm being really called to look at that. And I know, anytime we see a pattern in our life, it's karmic. Right? It's a cycle. It's there for us to change, to break, to transmute, to choose differently. And this is really the time for that, it's the time to look at what is no longer serving us, what thoughts, feelings, patterns, behaviors, and how can we come further into alignment?
Yeah, I think this is definitely a time where everyone's stuff, all of the Dolores Cannon used to call them the marbles that we put on our plate. Like, oh, I'll take this lesson, I'll take that lesson. And then you pile up all of the marbles and your plate is super full, right? But all of these marbles that we have, that we've chosen, they're really coming and sitting on our lap right now. So we can take a really good look. And this is the final clearing time, because it's time to move on and bring in this new energy. So yeah, we have to deal with all that stuff in order to balance and bring in the new energy. Yeah. Can't ignore it. Can't let them weigh you down. Yeah.
I just had the biggest yawn, if you could have seen. And like, that was my way of just feeling like, yeah, my body's saying like, Sam, you're exhausted with this pattern. You're exhausted with this old way. Like, you're ready to just get it out. And so what a beautiful thing. And that's the thing too. Notice your body, right? Like, if I'm talking about patterns and this, and that, and then I have the biggest yawn, it's your body saying, okay, you're ready to release. You're ready to move on. Our bodies are so highly intelligent as well.
Oh, so much.
Yeah.
We can learn a lot from listening to our bodies. It's telling us everything. Sometimes it's a little hard to figure out what it's telling us, but if we get quiet and ask, we can figure it out. But yeah, always speaking to us, always giving us the answers. Mm-hmm. We have the answers in so many different ways. We're such silly humans sometimes. Every time I think about this and I think about what we do to ourselves, we all do it. It's just that human side of us that gets in the way, and we can allow that higher aspect of ourselves to come in and rule,
Yeah, it's so true. Can you be brave enough to trust that you know the answer?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's good. I like that, because it takes bravery to trust in yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that so hard to trust in ourselves?
We live in a polarized world of self-doubt and confusion and every option. And it's because all options are true. It just depends what you choose. And so it's about
totally, that's it.
It's about that choice. What do you want to be true?
That is the point. And I think it's the point we're going to end on today, because I think it's such an amazing point. We have a choice. We have all of the choices. And we decide. We decide where our focus is. And where our focus is where we go, where we flow. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, this is fun. I'm glad we got off to a good start with a good laugh.
Absolutely. Yes, it was fun to talk about things other than, what's going on in the world. So we love you all. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to leave you with a song. This is Xavier Rudd, Come People. Until next time, love you all.
Love you.
And if you're feeling the call to come for a week retreat style Mystic Manor immersion, remember to go now and book your time to speak with me directly about stepping into the optimistic vortex at calendly.com/talk with Brandon while there are still spots left. Otherwise, I look forward to co-creating magic with you at the Mystic Manor.
Come people, come now people. 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 Round and round we go again. Spirit quest for enlightenment. The rise and fall of things revealed, of sacredness and woundedness to heal. Time to time she wickedness and woundedness.